laser hair removal, and y'all, my hair is like non-existent. It is fabulous. Oh my gosh, let me tell y'all something. So 2 years ago, my birthday, which I have been seeing, and I'm like, I want to do it. Here we go. Look at the heart. Actually smells like, yeah, it smells like money. I don't know how else to describe it. That combination so much, so much. So when is the first time you ever put a razor to your legs? You know, as a woman, that's like one of the first places that we want to shave is our legs. Makeup for myself. So I'm not putting makeup on for my man. I'm not putting makeup on for my kids, for my family, for people out in society. I'm not covering that up. I'm actually going in that hollow area and right on. Looking at the camera when I'm talking to you. No, I'm just kidding. No, totally. Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Amber. We're gonna go ahead and dive right into this full glam beat, and I am doing way different things than I've ever done with my makeup with you on camera. So we're gonna dive into it using new products, new techniques, and just a little chit chat that is definitely unfiltered. Let's go ahead and dive right in. If you have not hit subscribe yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I think you just forgot and you thought you did. So hit subscribe and yeah, leave some comments because I have some questions for you. And enjoy the comment section, you guys. It is literally thriving over there. So leave comments. Let's talk because it's always so much fun to read those. And I know you love reading them just as much to respond to the other women in there. So yeah, this community is everything and y'all are the best. Thank you, Blush Beauty. Let's go ahead and get started. Already have my brows on, and of course I did wash my hair today, fix it, and do all the things pre-recording. As always, I feel like that's just the thing. I have to do it. And I actually am obsessed with it. I'm like, this day is going to be hair washing day. And I'm into it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and prime, even though I did get my brows on. This look, you guys, this is like a combination of date night, smoky, transformation. Do I even look like myself? Makeup. Because every time you do your makeup, I know you're like, girl, you don't even look like yourself, you know? I want you to drop in the comments, have you ever heard someone say, I like you better without makeup? So let me know in the comments if you've ever had that happen to you. And if so, how did it make you feel? And just be honest. So it's not a negative thing. It's not necessarily a positive thing. What is it for you? I don't know. So if you have ever heard that, you look better without makeup, let me know. Give me the tea. Spill the tea. Let's chat in the comments. You know I love the comments. And I encourage you to love the comments. Get in there and chat with each other, you know? Anyways, it's a good time. So we just primed. I love my Fenty primer. It is my ride or die. It's my go-to. So always dive into that. I'm going to go ahead and put on House Labs foundation. I'm going to dive right into our foundation because I just don't want to wait for it. And I'm ready. I'm ready to get the eyes on. I'm ready to get the face on. And sometimes I love an eye pre-foundation, but today I love foundation pre-eye. So let's do that. We have a good base on and I'm loving it. You know, as I was putting it on, I thought, dang, I forgot two things. I forgot to show you this new product that I have, and I think it's called Dalba. I think is the name of this, of how you pronounce it. I have been seeing this all over my feed, my IG, my TikTok, my YouTube, all the things. And I'm like, why have I not purchased it yet? I don't know, but I don't know, because it just hasn't come up on my Amazon page yet. I don't know, but I searched it and I was like, I'm buying her. So I went ahead and got it. I did not use it yet. Haven't used it yet at all, but it's a hydrating radiant skin. But it's like a hydrating type of spray. Some people say it sets, does all the things, but also it's like a serum. So you're getting the benefits of like skincare on your skin, but it's a spray. So anyways, I am going to be dabbing into this, you guys, and I cannot wait. So yeah, I have not sprayed my face with it yet, and I meant to do it before I even did my primer. I got distracted with you, okay? We got distracted. We do that. All right, so we're going to just put her right there, okay, to the side. Now that that's on, I want a little bit more coverage because this is date night. AKA not going on a date. Okay, we're not going out tonight, but it's okay. I want to do my makeup like that. And some days that's okay to do that. But yeah, this is just kind of like full glam, and I'm so excited. So I love this Tarte. This is a Amazonian clay blurring powder foundation. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I actually don't love it with a sponge the most, but I am going to take it right through my T-zone, and I'm just going to get a little bit more coverage. Y'all know that T-zone. She's a beast, honey. And I'm just going to get a little bit more through here and kind of use it, because it's like a powder foundation, you guys. And that's what it says, powder foundation. I was like, does it just say foundation? No, it's a powder foundation. And I also don't mind doing powder cream. Like, I feel like I have figured out that for my skin. Now, do not do it and then screw your face up, because powders always go after a cream. But we're going to also brighten the eyes today. So I do want to do a little bit of benefit. I'm doing a little throwback. Makes me so excited. But the benefit right here, this is a Bright On concealer. So it's a little bit pinky. So it just has a little bit of the brightening effect that it's going to have for your makeup. There we go. There she goes. She's focused. And I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes, because I really do want to brighten underneath these babies today. And then we're going to do the rest of our concealer as usual. Okay. And we're going to go in with the Anastasia. Do a little bit here just to get a little bit of a pull up of the eyes. And a little bit here. We're going to do some fun stuff with concealer and contouring though today. So I'm really, really excited about that. I don't know how I forgot this part, because girl doesn't have a definition of the jaw. Okay, so we got to define it. I just let y'all see all 4 of my chins just there. Might edit that. All right, so that's exciting. We are doing some new techniques though with the makeup today, so I'm excited about that to show you. So while this sits, I actually do want the concealer to sit for a minute, so allow yours to do the same. We're going to go in with our MAC Cosmetics Paint Pot. Ooh, y'all know this is my baby. I am so obsessed to prime the eyes. So we're going to prime the eyes because you can see they're a little bit veiny, a little bit see-through, if you will. To be polite to the girlies that are a little bit upper on the scale of the age, okay? Age climb. We are a little bit up there, so we are going to go ahead and prime these lids and just make sure we cover it up. Going back to the question that I asked you earlier, have you ever heard someone say, I like you better without makeup? Without makeup, you know, like plain face, right? Clean face. And I'm going to tell you, I have definitely heard that myself, and I don't take it as a negative thing. I take it as, okay, you're annoying me. Did I ask type of thing. And yeah, and honestly, this is how I feel about it. I don't do makeup for you. I do makeup for myself. So I'm not putting makeup on for my man. I'm not putting makeup on for my kids, for my family, for people out in society. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me because I love it. It makes me feel good, you know, and it's like this whole like vibe, and that's what I'm into. So I appreciate though when people do say, I like you better without, because let me tell you something. It just lets me know they're recognizing that I'm a cutie. Okay, they're like, you're cute. Let your skin just glow and be. That makes me very happy because I actually do love myself with and without. I love both looks. But let me tell you something. I can slay a makeup look all day, and that right there is all life, okay? It's giving. It's giving amazing, happy, sassy, all the things. Okay, so we're going to use this Morphe concealer brush, which, oof, y'all, I didn't think I was going to love a concealer brush as much as I do. I go way, like, back in my feelings with this because I used to use brushes, and then I went into, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm using a beauty blender. So then I got into a phase of, do I need to go back to brushes, you know, or brush is the thing, whatever. And I think it's a feeling that you feel, and sometimes when you do your makeup with a particular technique and it works, you're like, I am doing that again. Then if you do your makeup a certain way and it doesn't work, you're like, I will never do that again. So, you know, it's a feeling that you have off of the look that you created. And I personally like both, but it is a mood. If I have a little bit more time to do my makeup, I'm more like willing to do a brush. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why, to me, I feel like the brush takes a little bit more effort than a blender. So yeah, weird, right? I don't know. How do you feel about that? So it's another thing. Are you a blender galley? Girly galley? Am I trying to like abbreviate everything today? I don't know what's happening. I have some exciting stuff happening today, to be honest, that I'm actually doing my makeup for, but I can't tell you right yet. Okay, you will find out soon. You will find out soon, but yeah, I can't say yet. But some super cool stuff's going on that I'm like, yes, let's slay this face for today. So yeah, anyways, so let me know. Do you use a blender? Do you use a brush? All right, so we're gonna get this on. The next two products I'm going to use is Rare Beauty and e.l.f. So one is a bronzing stick, one is contour. They're a little bit different undertones, but they're beautiful and amazing for various reasons. So we're going to go ahead and dive into both of these. And I'm going to shape my face a little bit differently today. I just want to lift everything. My brows have been microbladed, which I am forever grateful for because my brows were just weird and didn't have a really pretty shape anymore because I had tweezed the crap out of them, okay? We have now matured, guys. We have stopped tweezing the crap out of my brows. We did some investing and microbladed. Now we've let the hairline grow out of the baby hairs, and now I'm like forever loving it. Like, it's a vibe. I'm like, why? So, you know, but we don't know what we don't know, and that's cool. So we've evolved. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to warm up the skin, and then we're going to contour. So just pay attention to the product that I'm using and the placement, and then we're going to talk about it and blend it. Now I'm going to also take my brush. So the contour is going to really help sculpt the areas that I really want to chisel. So I really want to lift here. I want to bring in and narrow out that cheekbone, like just define it more, and then really snatch under here to just define that jawline, and then just reduce the sizing of the forehead. But then the bronzer is warming and giving the skin some warmth. So yeah, I'm obsessed with that. So let's go ahead and we're going to blend that. And then I gave a little bit more of the nose, like a focal point of the tip, just to kind of, you know, give a little oomph to the tip. So we're going to go ahead and take this Morphe brush as well. This is the sculpting brush. So we're going to use that. See how I end up holding more of the end in the middle of the brush and kind of getting it where I need to. Then I'll kind of get in and pinch it just to get a little bit more definition and, you know, control the area that it's blending in. So I just go back and forth with that method, and then you can see it kind of gives me more of a chisel here. So we'll blend everything, but we're getting it in position. I have that placement there with the brush. I go back with the blender and just take the edges of that product and just soften everything up. Very good that it's all in place. Ah, love that. Okay, so we want to work with the shadow, and we're gonna just really like dramatize the eye. I want to go in and do like a whole layering effect. So I think I'm gonna go in, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I am going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, and I do have 3 of them here. I do love these palettes because they're just really beautiful and soft and elegant, to be honest, on how they apply. So I am going to do a little bit of like a lighter lighter, like little shimmery moment here. So I'm going to take that one here. And I'm going to go right in that inner corner and just follow. You see how I just kind of took it and I followed that contour up. So I'm not covering that up. I'm actually going in that hollow area and right on the lower lid on the inside and just patting that through, and that just kind of gives a really pretty shimmer up towards the front side, if you can notice that. Okay, cutesy. Now I'm going to go with another palette, and I'm going to do the Sunrose. I need to like take all these colors and put them in one palette for myself. I love that Sunrose color here. So I'm going to go in now with a blender brush, and we're just going to take all of that Sunrose right on the outer edge and get the lower and outer corner. And I want you to also dust it up as like you're almost doing a wing. And just keep moving it. I'm on like the middle to almost the end of the brush because it just gives a little bit more movement. So it really makes a difference on the placement of your hand on your brush. So pay attention to that. And you can see how it's more like pulling on the outer corner up here, higher points of the brow and out, right? But still like very natural, but it's lifted. Big difference. So we're going to do the same to the other side. I love those two colors combined so much. So they were both, one was out of the green palette and that Sunrose was out of this grayer palette. And then that lighter shimmer was there. So cute. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the pink palette. Okay. And we're going to use Rouge, which is so cute and so pretty. So we're going to go in here with Rouge right there. So nice. And that's going to really follow more of the lash and that wing naturally. And just that lash line. And then I'm not really carrying it up here too much. I'm just the lash line and up in that wing. And then you can soften the edges so everything's not as like harsh. But you're not carrying that dark as high. Y'all, I have been doing the Way hair and body mist. This right here. It smells like money. It is a little bit. It's $26, okay? So I was like, oh, do I want to spend $26 on that? And then the more I sat there and freaking smelled it and like sprayed it, I was like, ugh, I do need it. It smells so freaking good. It actually smells like, yeah, it smells like money. I don't know how else to describe it. It smells like spa. It smells like relaxation. It smells like clean girl. It smells like good. It just smells good. You know, it's not like this floral fancy. It smells like a vacation. I think that's why it reminds me of money. I'm like, wherever I smell like this, I'm spending some money, okay? That's the vibe it gives off. So anyways, go smell it. Go give it a whiff at Ulta or Sephora. It smells so good. They actually do have, I don't know, they do have Way at Target, but I don't know. It's like in the Ulta section, but I don't know if they have, the hair and body. I've actually never seen the hair and body there that I've paid attention to. I've never been looking for the hair and body spray, to be honest with you. So they probably had it this whole time. I've just been very, y'all know, I use the leave-in conditioner like nobody's business in the hair oil. Okay, so look at that. Doesn't it look a little bit more like lifted and pulled? Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with that rouge, and we're going to go right under the eye, and we're going to layer what we just did. So the rouge is going to be more on the outer, okay? Then we're going to do a little bit of that Sunrose right in the middle. Right there. And then just like smooth it out. Perfect. Just like so. And then I'm going to go in with my Skin by Kim, you guys. Y'all know it's just like a staple. And I'm going to do a really beautiful, just a lighter nude. Nothing too wild, just something like this. You know, just a really pretty natural nude. And I'm going to actually take that more in the upper crease. I just didn't want you or me, you know, to have like a black eye today. Okay. I just want you to really be so aware of like not putting too much depth up here if that's not what we're trying to do. So we just want a little bit of like a shadow illusion, and that little bit of nude dusted over a little bit of that shimmer and everything that you just did. Just give it a little dust. And it just, look at that. It is so, ooh, I'm obsessed. Okay, now what I like to do is I go back with a brush that is fairly clean. And then I just kind of like sweep the edge right here and just like grab it. Because I personally don't like a messy outside of my shadow. I just want to clean it. You know what I mean? Then I can go back after I kind of like wipe out a brush. I can go back on that edge and now I can like just like soften the edge. I don't want it too harsh. I don't want it too messy. I don't want anything. It's like a good in between. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Now that that's in place, I am obsessed with this look, you guys. Sometimes it's like I know what I'm going to do and talk to you about when it comes to makeup. It's really more or less like what I see online, what I'm hearing from you online, things that I know is like coming up in the season that you're going to really want to gravitate to and grab. Some that I haven't taught before or showed you, things like that. But I always know, I'm like, this is kind of the colors that I want to do. I just never know how I'm going to embrace it fully until I'm in the midst of it. So, you know, it really is a craft. Now I'm going to take my Huda Beauty black and we're going to go ahead and take it right under the tight line, under those lower lashes. It's just that waterline that is under the lash. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If you have been on my channel for quite some time, you know I'm telling you, please do not just do your waterline on the lower and walk. I can't. Don't do it. It's just not, it's not the vibe, okay? Not the vibe we're trying to do. Now, to get more of a subtle, really nice, beautiful, effortless line on top that it's like, oh, where'd that line come from? I want you to take a brush, a slanted, nice, controlled brush, and I want you to put it in a deeper, smokier, like deep brown, like almost like an espresso. And I want you to take it on the upper lash line. And now I just want you to pat. And I want you to pull. And I want you to go back and forth. The brush should be slanted like one side's higher than the other. So the higher side, how you would pull it in, the higher side is always going the opposite direction, if that makes any sense, you know? Kind of like a broom when you're sweeping, you know what I mean? The higher side is always away from you, but it's going like the direction you need it to. You wouldn't go against that. So, yeah, same type of concept. And then you pull it out a little bit to get a little bit of a natural wing. I love that. Okay, so cute. Now, one of the things that I am very, very big on is making sure I'm looking at the camera when I'm talking to you. No, I'm just kidding. No, totally. Sorry. Is I'm looking back for this. Is take everything and sweep it. Just take a little bit of that powder that you did earlier. I know you did your contour through there. You know, I mean your highlighter through there. And we brightened it, which my eyes are so bright underneath there. A little bit, so good. I'm going to do a little bit more. But you can like sweep if any shadow or anything fell. That's a big bonus right there. I want you to go ahead now, do mascara on the top only. Don't do the bottom yet because we're going to finish some stuff around the bottom. Take a tiny bit of that brightener underneath right here. I just have that little spot that just gets a little like inset there, you know, just a little shadowy. So I'm going to let that sit for a moment. As that sits, we're actually going to go ahead and do our lips. And then we're going to do our cheeks. And I'm so excited about cheeks, you guys, because I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to do a little mixology. So let's do our lips. I'm doing Give right now, which is like one of the nude shades. To be honest with you, I have zero idea of the name. But it is from the Give collection. I do like filling in the Cupid's bow because it makes me appear that I have more of a pouty lip. And then I curve up with my liner. Instead of going all the way to the point, I just curve up and it makes it also appear that it's more pouty. Then we're going to take a little bit of our newer shade. I did these last week, which I'm obsessed with. The Huda Beauty. Look at this cute one. Sugar Baby. Like, I love that combination so much. So much. Okay, now we're going to take that concealer brush and we're going to just pat right where we wanted to brighten. I'm obsessed with that one. Now we're going to go in with Polite Society. I love this blush. Not blush, powder. I love this powder so much. It really gives so much great coverage. And it is like bulletproof, you guys. So right here, just setting underneath the eyes so nothing's going anywhere. This is why I said don't do mascara yet, because we had not set underneath the eyes. I knew I want to do a little bit more before we did that. So I'm going to actually take all 3 of these cheek colors today, you guys. Am I feeling a little brave? We're going to do all 3 of these from Rare Beauty. We got Happy, we have Joy, and we have Believe. So we're going to do a cutesy moment, which I have been seeing, and I'm like, I want to do it. Here we go. Look at the heart. I should have said volume down. I didn't know it was going to be that loud. So cute. Oh, adorbs, Amber. Adorbs. I never really say my own name unless I'm annoyed at myself. That's funny that I was like saying my name. So cute. That wasn't really a perfect heart, but it's whatevs. Oh, what kind of heart is that? We have 0 idea. So cute. Strike a pose, honey. That is just, oh gosh. I love cosmetics for this. It's a moment. It's a vibe. All right, now we're going to blend. Oh my gosh, I love all those blended together. I love all the colors. And you know what I was thinking today? Pre-recording, I was like, girl can't make her mind up. So we're going to blend them today and do a little mixology and we're going to see what happens. And I'm not mad at it. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Rare Beauty highlighter. Oh my gosh, let me tell y'all something. So 2 years ago, my birthday, Alan was like, let's watch Yellowstone. I was like, cool, it's coming out. Like, I mean, it's like a new thing to us. Like it was taking us a minute to get to watching it. So we always take a birthday trip. So we went on my birthday trip, all this fun stuff. And then here he has me. I'm doing a little bit of highlight on the top of the brow. Watching Yellowstone. Girl, a few episodes in, I was like, I'm not watching any more of this. Absolutely not. There's so much violence and killing and the language. I mean, that's just like, it was just too much. It was too much of all of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, pick one, even though it's horrible. Okay, now I'm just doing a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. Now that that's in place, you guys, I'm taking my powder brush and going in with my Fenty Warmth. And I just like to do this. I don't know. Is it doing anything or is it just me? I just think it's like, it's just finishing the look. So anyways, never ended up finishing it. He finished it. I just couldn't do it. I could not take it. It was just a lot. So I retired from that show. Then this birthday, I'm like, okay. So another show's out. I'm going to do a little bit. I'm just addicted. I'm addicted to talking and doing things. So I'm taking a little bit of this like pinky up through here. And then anyways, long story short, this birthday, what is it? Landman? It's kind of like another, I guess the same dude directs all this stuff. I don't know. Anyways, that's out, right? So what do? We watched that and I was like, oh, like the first episode, I was like this with my eyes closed. I was like, I can't do it. It was a lot and it was super, super intense. But you guys, it's actually very, very good. The wife, she's next level. I don't even know. She is next level. Alan laughs because he's like, some of the stuff that she does, he's like, yep, that is you. And then the daughter, the funniest scene with the daughter is the cheeseburger scene. I mean, there's so much of this show that I'm like cringe. But the cheeseburger, when she was like calling her dad, she's like, Daddy, I'm hungry. And he's like, okay, what do you want me to do? You know, what do you want, honey, or whatever. And she's like, I just want a burger, but I need a lettuce wrap or whatever. Anyways, that whole scene, and she was like, I can't have the whole fry. I need only 3 fries. I was dead. So anyways, I've been saying I'm going to use that line when I'm in like a bratty mood. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to call you and be like, I need a burger with a lettuce wrap. And just get on Alan's nerves. Anyways, he is used to my shenanigans, so nothing new here, guys. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of now dusting with my powder, Polite Society, through these parts that just need to like stay snatched. You guys, if you show up to your date like this, you are doing things. Doing things. This is so cute, so nice. You have some shimmer, you have some smokiness on your eye. Get that liner. And then when your makeup's done, do you see what I'm doing right now? I'm just like going through, and I like to touch things up. So go through and just touch it up. So I just want to like be like, okay, let me just perfect anything that needs to be perfected, or go a little bit deeper. It's fine to do that, but oh, so good. Just like that. What do you think? Are y'all ready for date night? Ooh-wee. So ready. Okay, what do we think about this? So you have several things to answer. Go in the comments and let me know. Has anyone ever said you look better without makeup? Let me know how it made you feel. And what you think about that. Anyways, let me know what you think. And then I know there was another question I asked you, and now I can't remember. But you know what I was curious about? Y'all know I do laser hair removal, and y'all, my hair is like non-existent. It is fabulous. I did Brazilian, did underarms, and it is fabulous. I actually had done my 11th treatment. I'm going back for my 12th, but this time after my 11th, it was, they were like, listen, let everything just grow. Don't even put a razor to anything and just see what happens. You know, I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't. I have no hair growth. I have a little bit on like my girly areas or whatever, but I mean, it's like literally like peach fuzz, but they're still going to treat it because they're that's what they were saying. They were like, we want to know what is growing, and we're just going to treat those areas. And I'm like, okay, cool. So anyways, I just want to tell y'all, laser hair removal, amazing. Go to Milan. They are, I think they're more prominent on East Coast, but they have like over 250 something places that you can go from. You can go to any of the places, even if you're traveling, you can go into a spot. And even after like your 10th treatment of graduating in 20 years, if you have more hair growth, go back and it's covered because you've already paid for your service. So anyways, it's just awesome. They're really good there. It's not sponsored. I just want to tell you guys that. And the reason why I want to tell you that is when is the first time you ever put a razor to your legs? You know, as a woman, that's like one of the first places that we want to shave is our legs. Because when we're younger, I was in 3rd grade. So in 3rd grade, you're like 8 years old. Yeah, guys, I was shaving my legs at 8. I have really dark hair. Can you tell? And so, you know, just dark hair on a girl, you get very self-conscious of that. And so, yeah, my mom allowed me to start shaving young. And so anyways, that's why now doing my underarms, and not having to touch those anymore, and my bikini area, but I do full Brazilian, like everything down there. It just makes me feel better for myself. I do more beauty care for me. Like, it's not about anyone else. It is a personal preference, and it is like, makes me feel better, you know, makes me feel cleaner, makes me feel like more like luxe, you know. I just love it. It's a whole experience. Anyways, I highly recommend it. But yes, ooh, I feel so excited. I'm ready to go and conquer the day. I have great plans, and this face is gonna slay for that. So thank you so much for being here. Go get your face on, and thank you for loving my channel as much as I totally adore you. Subscribe if you never have hit subscribe before, you guys. I think sometimes you think you're subscribed and you're not, because you're like, oh, your videos always pop up. Like, cool. But hit subscribe, and then when you do, it'll give you like 3 options. So you can subscribe in like silent notifications. You can kind of like modify them, or you can do all. Hit the bell for all. So anytime I upload a short content video, or I post a post on my community tab on my channel, or I upload a video just like this, you will be notified. It'll just pop up on your feed so you don't miss anything that is being put out there for you. So I create content for you in support of that. You love all the content that I do make around beauty, and that makes me really happy. And I do have a small business, and my website is amberlykins.com. You can go check that out. And I have the Blush Beauty body care line, which is so amazing and luxurious, and yeah, doing a little something fun with that today. So stay tuned and you'll see and hear all about it. I love you guys so much. You're the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.